Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker Jill. No one can stop you if you have the will. So let's root for a girl's dream. We're adding our face to the game, and we'll run, throw with never a doubt. It's a new ball, yeah.
Play ball.
As if the Olympics weren't a hilarious joke in and of themselves. The fact that they don't pay their competitors, that they spend all that money on these wild opening ceremonies to push their propaganda instead. It's a joke. The fact that people in the Paris Olympics couldn't even, in the triathlon, couldn't even swim in the river because it was so polluted. I mean, the whole thing is an absolute joke. What a disaster for Paris. I mean, in a long string of string of humiliations for Paris, this is yet another one where people are getting, you know, I mean, look at this. This is just the pre-meal here, okay? Olympic triathletes fury at having to race in the dirty river. I mean, people were getting sick. They were smelling things. They were seeing things in the river. It was disgusting. Imagine training your whole life and having to swim. I mean, they actually had to delay the triathlon because the river was so gross. And I don't know how they could fix that in a day. I doubt they fixed it, but here we are. That said, you know what's not dirty is Coffee Brand Coffee's site-wide 15% off sale. Promo code BREAK. I know if you're watching my videos, you've seen me promote my coffee. Now's a great time to give it a try. 15% off site-wide on all of our K-Cups, all of our cocoa, all of our cold brew blends, our top flavors like blueberry cobbler, our best sellers like Ethiopian, Colombian, and dark roast, stuff like our summer flavors, all 15% off. Promo code BREAK to give everyone a break. If you've been waiting to try our product, now is a great day. We've got blackberry cream, hazelnut churro, orange creamsicle, and s'mores literally flying off the shelf. We're roasting new batches almost every single day because you all are going so hard. I don't know why I'm putting it on sale, but link in the description below. Now, this is where things get worse for the Olympics. The Olympics, we know, are woke, okay? We saw the opening ceremony. I don't need to tell you that it's woke trash. We end up with them allowing a biological man to compete in boxing matches against biological females. Of course, he's pummeling them, all right? It is one of the most embarrassing sights to see. Imagine you're, a woman, okay? Some of you are. Imagine you're actually, it doesn't matter if you're a woman. No, it kind of matters. All right, imagine you're a woman. You've trained your whole life for this opportunity, and you finally make it to the Olympics. Your chance to shine, okay? You get in the ring, and you're across from a hulking dude who pummels you immediately into submission. That's what happened this morning at the Olympics, and it is the second woman to face this fate. Female boxer yells, "This is unjust," and falls to her knees in tears as she quits the fight against a biological male Olympic opponent, Emain Don't Care, after just 40 seconds following two powerful punches. You can take one look at this dude. It's not a woman. And to be honest with you, this is a disgrace. You shouldn't be watching the Olympics, period, at all, because it is unfathomable that they would allow this, okay? You mean an entire country didn't have one girl that could box? A boxer deemed biologically male. You mean a male? Today won against an Italian woman in one of the most controversial Olympic bouts ever. The fight between Italy's Angelina Carini and her Algerian opponent, a man, took just 40 seconds. The Italian throwing her helmet onto the floor as the clash was abandoned, yelling, "This is unjust." A 25-year-old refused the handshake and fell to the canvas, sobbing, having received just two punches from Khalif, who had been banned from major fighting contests before the Olympics. Khalif was thrown out last year's World Championships after failing testosterone tests carried out to establish gender qualification. Look, you were born with a dong, you're a man. We don't need to be testing your blood, okay? We don't need to be making a million excuses and talk about ppms of testosterone in your body. You're a dude. You don't get to fight women. It's very simple, okay? After the match, the referee raised Khalif's hand in the air, but a visibly furious Karine yanked her own hand away from the fight official and walked off. Good for her. Ignoring the Algerian, the Italian fighter plunged to her knees and burst into tears as she had never felt such a strong punch in her life ever. After the match, the heartbroken Italian wrote, "I'm used to suffering. I've never taken a punch like that. It's impossible to continue. I'm nobody to say it's illegal. I got in this ring to fight, but it didn't feel like it anymore after the first minute. I started to feel a strong pain in my nose. I didn't give up, but that punch hurt too much, and I said, enough. I'm leaving with my head held high." I mean, look at this dude's arms. This is a man's arms. Women's arms don't look like that. You know, like, I mean, this is a full-grown man's upper body. It's absurd. Why are these people allowed to, you know, by the way, let me just be very clear. I don't really understand why there's any question about this. People that do this, men, by the way, who compete against women, they are losers in every aspect of their life. And they hate women, all right? They aren't just trying to live their truth. They are trying to ruin women's lives because, as I previously stated, they hate women. The reason, by the way, they're allowed to do this is because of women. All right, women fought for this trans crap, and now they got to deal with it. Sorry, not sorry. You told men you didn't want us involved in this. You told men, hey, shut up and stay in your lane. You told men we were transphobic if we had any problem with it, and now you're literally getting punched in the face South Park style and losing out on your Olympic dreams. The only people that can stop this are women. All right, I'm sorry to be so rough on you, but it's the truth. You told men to stay out of it, and now we can't do anything for you. So you have to be. People in the Olympics need to walk into that ring and take a knee and refuse to fight this person. All right, make it a complete mockery. I just don't understand. I mean, these, you can see like new South Park becomes reality after biological male forced Italian female to quit 40 seconds into the Olympics. Loser who is a biological man and failed gender eligibility test at 2023 World Championships. Karina shouted, "This is unjust," as she slammed her headgear. As the fight was called off, I got in the ring. Look at this. Look at those punches. It's a full-grown man. A full-grown, and I love her response. Get out, just walk away. Oh, she stayed. She's like, get off me. Look at that punch. Like, give me a break. This is a full-grown man. You know what I mean? A full-grown man. By the way, this is not the first woman that this loser has taken out in the Olympics. Footage of a boxer who has been allowed to compete in the Olympics, landing brutal shots on opponent in the women's boxing, has now emerged on social media. Two boxers who were banned from the World Championships for being deemed biologically male. Deemed? They are male. What are you talking about, deemed male? Nobody's deemed male. You are male. A row has erupted in Paris after it emerged that Iman Khalif, a man, and Lin Yu Ting, another man, were thrown out of a tournament last year amid questions over their biology. What do you mean questions? They're men. But the IOC bosses said both met eligibility criteria to box over the coming days. So they don't even have one. They have two biological men boxing women in the Olympics. This is a disgrace. This is an abomination. This is pathetic. If you even turn on the Olympics for a second, you're contributing to this. If you buy any Olympics crap, you're contributing to this. I don't care if I'm just a big fan of this event. No. You do not watch the Olympics, and you make fun of these losers constantly. And by the way, any reporter that's there who cares about women's rights, is this what you were pushing for when you were pushing for women's rights? Where are all the feminists? Oh yeah, you know why these biological men are in this sport? Feminism. That's right. Third wave feminism is what brought this to you. And men, gross men who hate women, were like, this is a great way for me to get my rocks off. I'm going to go into the Planet Fitness bathroom and I'm going to get a face full of, bobs. I'm going to make women feel uncomfortable. I'm going to force myself into their spaces because this gets me off. That's what these people are saying. That's what these losers are doing. Okay? This is unbelievable that they're allowing this to happen. Unbelievable. Not one, but two. Does this upper body look like a woman? Are you joking? Look at these arms. I mean, what is going on? He added that they uncovered athletes who were trying to fool their colleagues and pretend to be women. What do you mean? Drop your trunks. Boy, girl. Done. Bring your birth certificate in. Boy, girl. Done. So the Olympics is taking the coward's way out and be like, oh, well, we did a testosterone test and the ppms were just too low. So if a guy suffers from low T, for example, do you make him compete against women? Even if they're not trans? What if a woman has a bunch of testosterone? Do you make her compete against men? And again, as I always point out with these weirdos, okay? Have you ever seen it go the other way? Why is it always men in these competitions? Ask yourself that question. Why is it always men who are forcing their way into these competitions and never the other way around? Is there some 1 or 2 weird cases where women want to compete up against men? Sure, but it's extremely rare, especially in feats of strength, especially in competitions where you can get your block knocked off. I mean, it's absolutely insane to me that anyone would say this is okay, that they would accept this, but that's the world we live in. I guess you can thank third wave feminism. You can thank all the women telling men to stay in their lane because now this is what you got, and it's an absolute disgrace. I hope you were informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.